You've started your journey towards finding your life purpose. And since starting your journey, you want to live in a more authentic life, but you're not quite sure what that looks like. I'm here to give you my top 3 ways to start living more authentic. Hi, I'm Keisha Golder from KeishaGolder.com. And living authentically is something that a lot of us are struggling with because we're not really sure what that looks like. So you're going to ask, what does authenticity look like? Authenticity is you being who you are in the purest form, in the purest undiluted form, without any influences from the outside world. That means there's no influences from your parents, no influences from your siblings, your grandparents, friends, media, co-workers. It's just you. It is just who you are, no matter what. And a lot of us struggle with that because we haven't spent enough time with ourselves to know exactly who we are without any of those influences. Well, that's what I'm here for, to help you figure out how to start the journey to be more authentic. You know, way number 1 to start living more authentically is to become self-aware. How do you become self-aware? You spend time with yourself. You dig deep into those corners and depths of yourself where you might have pushed things down because you weren't ready to deal with them. You become more self-aware by feeling your emotions. You become more self-aware by taking ownership of the things that you've said, the things that you've done. And see, when you become more self-aware, no one's able to use the things that you've said, done, feel, the way that you looked. No one's able to use those things against you because you take ownership of it and you won't let anyone outside of who you are change those things. Because even though some people may not believe it, we can be happy one moment and sad the next. We can be angry one moment and hurtful in that same moment. We're allowed to be multidimensional, multifaceted people, but it's only when we don't take ownership of those things that other people are allowed to come in and make us feel a certain way about them, or make us, or use those things against us. We have to become aware of everything that we are, because that lays the foundation. The self-awareness lays the foundation for being true to who you are, being true, being authentic. Way number 2 to start living a more authentic life is to reevaluate your values. Think about it. As adults, most of the values that we grew up having came from our parents and our grandparents, our teachers, our caregivers. They came from outside influences. They did not come from us. We were kind of indoctrinated into having those values. And now in life, those values sometimes don't fit into the puzzle that we are as adults. I know for myself, there have been several reevaluations of my values because I am continuously growing. I am continuously learning things. I am continuously exploring life. And those values that I grew up on are not necessarily the same values that are part of my life now. The third way to start living a more authentic life is to have an open mind. See, being open-minded is a lot harder than what it sounds, because of those values that we have been indoctrinated in. You know, we tend to place everything against those values. But in open-mindedness, we have to remember, everyone doesn't see the things the same way. Everyone doesn't feel things the same way. Everyone does not do things the same way. So we have to be open-minded to there being other ways to experience life. When you are open-minded, you're not as quick to judge someone. You're not as quick to judge yourself. You're freer in your thought process, which allows you to see things clearer than being closed-minded, because closed-minded individuals just see things that can only fit in that square that's in their mind. When you're open-minded, you see things from all points of view, and that helps you be more authentic, because being open-minded, you can see, you know, maybe that is another way to look at that, and maybe I should take a step back and see this from that person's perspective. You know, I come across it a lot of times, and I've dealt with it myself, where we tend to be a little scared of the unknown, but we can't stay in our comfort zones all the time, because greatness lies right outside of our comfort zones. So I want you to tell me in the comment section below what living more authentically will look like for you. Drop the comment and we can continue this discussion. See you next time.